to you all and welcome to another episode of Wear Many Hats. My name's Rachel and this is the podcast totally dedicated to the FM and workplace property industry. Today we have a fantastic guest with us. We have Christopher Alley. He is the facilities manager at the Estate Office. That's a mouthful. Welcome, Christopher.
Oh, thank you for having me. I appreciate it.
Is it Chris or Christopher?
Chris is fine, yeah.
Chris, let's go with Chris.
Yeah.
Mouthful. I can't seem to get my words out today. But yeah, it's great to have you here.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, I mean, I've never been in this building before. It's beautiful.
Yeah, labs. Yeah, it's gorgeous.
Yeah, and I don't think anyone outside of facilities management is interested in the job or the industry really, or gets it, to be honest. So it's nice to be able to talk about it outside of work.
It's all going to be about you today, and how you got to where you got to, really, and some tips and advice for those that are wanting to get into the industry, really. Shall we rewind a bit?
Yeah.
Let's go back. So where did it all sort of start for you?
So my first job in kind of like a facilities role was at Greenpeace UK.
I saw.
Yeah. So because and it kind of just most FMs just fell into it.
Yeah.
Previous to that, I was working at a place called London Metropolitan Archives.
Yeah.
And throughout my 20s, really, I just was doing a bunch of different jobs trying to make some money, really.
Yeah.
And didn't have much of a career path. I didn't leave school with much. Dropped out of uni after a couple of years.
Right.
And then just started working, just trying to figure it out for the most part.
Yeah.
I worked at the Metropolitan Archives for 6.5 years. And probably hated it after about 6 months.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
You were there ages.
I was there for a long time. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And just did not enjoy it.
What, the job?
The job,
Yeah.
the people, there was no progression or pathway. I mean, for the 6.5 years, the job was basically every 20 minutes, me and my small team would get requests from either staff or mostly people, like public members, to get any kind of archival archives. It's the second biggest archive in the UK.
Oh, wow.
And every 20 minutes we would take those slips, find the location, go and get them, put them in the viewing room, and did that 20 minutes, every 20 minutes, Monday to Friday for 6 years.
Gosh.
So yeah, just
that's
like
a lot of archives.
just going around and around and around.
Yeah.
And I don't know, I just felt like it wasn't a good use of myself, my time. I don't know, sometimes you're in something.
I think you settled, you got settled and,
I guess settled in a way. I think because of how I left school and just not being able to get a proper job and, I don't know, not really having much direction. You just, I think like most people actually in maybe different areas, you lose confidence in your ability to apply for jobs.
Yeah. Yeah, it can happen.
Yeah, and then I couldn't figure out what to do, really. So I don't know, most people would be like, oh, what do you want to do? What kind of job do you think you'd like? And you'd look at the top line of the job role and I just couldn't figure that out. So what I did was, instead of thinking about what job do I want to do, I went on two parts, really. The first part was I used to volunteer a lot. So I thought,
love that.
There's a lot of different job posting websites. The only one I'm going to look at is charityjobs.com.
Well done.
Because
they're still going, aren't they?
They're still going. I think, they're doing all right. Just to kind of refine it for yourself because, I mean, there's just so many outlets, right? And then the next one, instead of looking at the top line of the job role, I would look at the personal specification.
That's it.
And see what I can apply for based off of those principles.
Yes.
And then that landed as a facilities assistant role at Greenpeace UK. So it's
brilliant.
Kind of just,
it was meant to be.
Anything, really, yeah. And then I got the job as a facilities assistant, which was actually kind of a hybrid of managing the space, because they owned it themselves, and of office management roles. Stationary, toilet roll, making sure there's
a combo of, a bit of everything.
Yeah. And then the pandemic hit about a year and 10 months, a year and 2 months, 3 months into it. So my manager, who was the only person that had ever managed the building, she was in her 60s and she couldn't come out. They still needed someone to look after the building. I actually lived 7 minutes away from the office. So I basically did that. When no one was going out, I was one of the few that went out and was going to site. Don't tell me why, but,
A lot of you still were working, though.
Yeah, facilities people, we were.
Yeah, you had to.
On paper, we weren't considered key workers. We were certainly treated like that.
Yeah, definitely. Because you had to make sure the buildings were ticking over and there was no leaks or
going on. Yeah,
squatters. It could be anything, couldn't it? Yeah.
And I guess after that, after about 6 or 7 months of that, I was acting up as the facilities manager. I then got given the facilities manager role. Yeah, and that was how it all started. And I was there for about 4.5 years.
Gosh, and I mean, the next question is, did you always know that you would end up on this path, I guess.
Absolutely not. No. No, I don't even know. I mean, I don't even know what the
job was. Yeah.
I mean, if you try and tell people your job, they think you're a handyman or something, or like a caretaker.
This is why we do the podcast, because it's a great way for people to listen and hear about how you do what you do, because I don't think it is out there enough, is it?
No, not at all. And because it's not a hands-on job in the sense that you're fixing doors or...
Yes, it's not a trade as such.
It's not a trade. I would say it's more of an admin-based role in a lot of ways. But no clue. No, I mean, again, I never had much. My dream was to be a stand-up comedian. I guess, like a kid.
I went to a comedy show last night, actually.
Did you?
Yeah.
Okay,
in Bromley. In Bromley, it was in the Churchill Theatre. Kane Brown, very funny.
Yeah.
Very, very funny, yes. And my throat hurts today because I've been laughing so much. Yeah, stand-up comedy's great, isn't it?
Yeah.
Oh, gosh, that's a totally different thing.
Yeah, and I actually started that 4 years ago. But, like my side hustle.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So...
you'll have to tell us more about that. Oh, I love that.
Yeah. So, but no, the facilities management thing, that was not I didn't know what I wanted to work at. So, I mean, in all honesty, like most people where I'm from, I'd rather not work and be a free bird. But
that would be lovely, wouldn't it?
Exactly.
There wouldn't be much going on in the world, though, was there?
No, exactly. Exactly that. So if I'm going to apply myself, I might as well do my best and
do something you like as well, isn't it? Yeah.
Well, I didn't think there would be a job that I actually did like, and then starting facilities management, I just felt like it suited me in a lot of ways. My whatever skill set I've got. I feel like I can deal with most of the rigours of it. I like dealing with people, even though people can be challenging.
You like the challenge? I think you have to.
I think so.
In FM.
I think so. At least be able to deal with it in a way and not necessarily see the role as people or tenants necessarily being a hindrance to your work, but actually part of it.
Yeah.
And stakeholder management is massive.
It is.
And I must admit, I do think sometimes FMs forget that. But no, I've got no problem with that at all. And then just I come from... low class background, do you know what I mean? I grew up on benefits and stuff like that. So being able to actually earn a living and a good living and finding something that I could be successful in. Because once I actually got into the role, things just started rolling. My salary was increasing. I was able to just have
a good life too.
Yeah, work well. Get a good life. I mean, it's afforded me a lot of decent things, to be fair. So
your family must be very proud.
You need to meet my mum first.
Yes, you want more? I'm sure you to do more.
Well, I mean, she likes the fact that I earn some money, but if I'm I don't know, she's a tough woman to please.
Love that. Most women are. That's not true. We're not all like that. I love that. She probably just wants the best for you.
Yeah. I think so. As long as I'm, especially the last few years, just as long as I'm okay and I'm working. The fact that I've never signed on is an achievement in
absolutely.
For me, most people sign on straight out of school and stuff like that. And, I've always worked regardless, even if I had no focus, I'll do whatever.
I love that. And that's my next question is, who gave you that real push in your career? Is there anyone that, maybe in family or even someone that gave you the opportunity? Is there anyone that you think helped you on your journey?
I guess initially it would have been my manager, Retzi Eliadis. Yeah.
At Greenpeace? Or
at Greenpeace, sorry, yeah. Who actually gave me the job. And I remember saying, why did I get the job, really? Because, well, I might as well say it because I'm thinking about it. But, Greenpeace, as soon as I got in there, there's a very strong diversity and inclusion policy.
Love that.
So in my mind, I'm thinking they gave me the job because I'm black. She said, no, you spoke around your volunteering. You seem like a good person, really passionate, an honest guy. And when you're applying for jobs, a lot of the things I used to hear, and even to this day, to be honest, about my lack of experience, I think that's because it doesn't necessarily, even at 28 or 30, the fact that I haven't got 10 years of experience in a single area didn't really help me out. But she understood that I had, even though I didn't have specific working experience, I had work experience, been working since I was like 17. And then the fact that she just saw in me, from a personality standpoint, something that would benefit them. And obviously it's the start of my career. I wouldn't have had a career if it wasn't for her. And then when I got there, she just allowed me to do what I wanted to do in respects to, I had ideas. I didn't have a clue what I was doing, but for some reason, naturally, it just kind of worked out that I was able to just figure out better ways of doing things, processes and procedures, and looking at stuff and not understanding why is it like this when we could do it like this. And
so inquisitive mind.
I guess so, yeah. Or just I used to call myself a human problem solver.
Love that.
You know, you just see things and you're just like, this just does not seem right.
How can we fix it?
Yeah, or just asking the right questions.
That's it.
I worked with an engineer before I'm quite good friends with, and he pointed out, this was when I was at Derwent, London, if we'll go on to that, but he basically said that the good thing about me is that I ask the right questions to him. I don't tell him what he should do as an engineer. That's his expertise. But what I would do is challenge him on how he's thinking, how things are tying together, and just ask the right questions to basically get to an end result. So I think if you stay like that, you can hopefully get to the right place. And my mum didn't like me asking questions as a kid, but it sorts me out now as an adult.
Yeah, the why when we were about 5. Why?
And if it don't tie together, and Retty just gave me, I mean, she'd been there for 30 years, so maybe she was happy just to let me get on. And, you know, I like going to work.
Yeah.
Retty was huge. And I still see someone called... Jo Webb's her name. Yeah. And that was from Greenpeace, and we speak every few months. She's a management coach.
Yeah. Oh, right.
Yeah.
So she's helping you.
She's just helping me. It's almost like a work therapy.
Yeah. Love that.
You know, I think
we'd all do with one of those, couldn't we?
I think so. It's been unbelievable, really.
Yeah.
And helped me kind of just adjust to this world, I think, in a lot of ways, and the working world.
That's pretty powerful.
Yeah.
I wish I had one of those. That's really. Yeah. I need one of them. Is it Joe? I need a Joe Webb. A shout out. Gosh, so you've had quite a few people that you've mentioned there. That's really lovely. I love that you remember and.
Oh yeah. I mean, I remember anyone that kind of has an impact in some form or fashion. I mean, I used to work in libraries when I was a bit younger, but libraries, and even just that, meeting people that impact you because of who they are, how they carry themselves. And
a lot of people say on the podcast that, you know, networking, getting to know people is one of your biggest strengths. And, you know, I wish you knew that when you were starting out, you know, that they wish that they met more people and networking and ask questions, and, you know, because knowledge is key, isn't it? The more you know, the more you can do, I guess. And like also you mentioned about trying lots of things, that we're all going to make mistakes, but I call them lessons, not mistakes. And then, because then you know what not to do next time.
Yeah.
I think most of you in FM, I think, learned like that.
Yeah.
I think a lot of you were thrown in the deep end and like, oh, I fell into this, so how am I going to make it work?
Yeah, sink or swim.
Love that. So you're now at the estate office. You haven't been there that long, have you? It's only a couple of months.
5 weeks.
Yeah. So congratulations on your new role there, because it's still quite new. So what does a day in your world actually look like these days? Or, you know, you can go over your previous roles if you want and tell us what you do in a day.
I guess it's a mixture of different things, but the majority of the day is contacting contractors and dealing with your principal contractors, particularly M&E. I mean, you've got 4 principal contractors: M&E, cleaners, security, reception, for the most part in our industry. Yeah. But M&E is massive. And ensuring, I mean, compliance is huge these days. Ensuring that we're meeting our targets in regards to that.
Yes.
Getting the right visits and service visits, the documentation, and then getting the work done based off the actions from those maintenance visits and all of that. So
that's the admin time that you said.
Exactly, a lot of admin.
Yeah.
Going out to site, obviously seeing them walking around. It's hard to say, really. I mean, a lot of people ask me, like, what does my day look like? And
you've got quite a few sites, though, haven't you?
27, I think. At this point.
Okay, so that's a lot of sites. So trying to manage that in a day.
Yeah.
And then in a week. And then
some are more demanding than others.
Yeah.
And it doesn't seem too overwhelming at the moment, touch wood. But we're managing it. So it's just literally just dealing with people, dealing with inquiries. I have property managers that I work closely with as well.
That's good. Yeah.
Yeah, because this is the first time I've actually had that.
That's pleasant then.
Unbelievable. I cannot believe it, actually.
So you can kind of work together to make sure everything's ticking.
Yeah.
As opposed to it just being on you.
Yeah. Before, I've just been on site outside of head office. You're kind of left to your own devices with not a lot of support. And you also don't really get an understanding of what the main business is doing. Yeah. Whereas here, the property manager right there, they know behind me. If I need some help, I can ask. If we need to decide on something, we can do. And then obviously within the FM function, I go out in action. Yeah. So at the moment, I mean, again, I've only been there 5 or 6 weeks. at the moment we're doing a lot of fire door and fire stopping work.
Okay.
So
you're right in there straight away.
Yeah.
No time to waste.
No.
Well, you can't, can you, with that job, can you?
No, I mean...
Everybody's relying on you.
Exactly. And the thing is, maintenance is ongoing. So really, I kind of liken it as to you're trying to actually run on a train while it's going. And you just need to get to speed as quickly as possible. Because it's not like you're starting a new project in and of itself. You've got to take over. Yes. Did you get a handover, or was it? Because that sometimes helps, doesn't it? I have my colleague who's helped me. He was there for 2 weeks, and he went on leave for 2 weeks. Okay. Which was actually, for me, it worked out really well. I think sometimes it's just get on with it and you know what questions to ask, and you know what you're doing from your previous experience, so it kind of helps, doesn't it? Yeah. It takes a bit longer to get stuff done because you've got to figure out who your contractors are. You've got to figure out questions. There's no plans in any file. No one's kept any documentation. You have to find everything. So you've got quite a lot on. So what's your challenge at the moment? I mean, what's testing you right now? I mean, you can talk about previous jobs because obviously you've just started, and I think probably a lot of challenges are involved at the moment where you are at the moment, isn't it? Just trying to get to know the business, I guess. Yeah. I guess what I think the main challenges when it comes to this is just stakeholder management. Right. And ensuring that you have the right people around you to perform certain tasks. And then trying to manage the expectations of the people around you. Yeah. That is the biggest challenge. Because, I think so. It's people. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, there is definitely a challenge when it comes to the admin work, the emails that come through. Yeah. I try and take quite a meticulous approach to what I do and try to work in a way that I can't find the right words. I'm kind of like process driven, so even in my general way, I try and make a process to ensure that there's certain things that I meet in terms of my day to day. Yeah. So the overwhelming nature of the feedback that you're getting for all your sites can be quite daunting because there's so many different compliance measures, maintenance measures, tenant queries to meet. Gosh. But then actually, when you put those instructions out to the contractors, ensuring that work's being done to a certain standard, I do think there are challenges because maybe the people that have an interest in the buildings may not necessarily understand how we work all the time, which, the only way to overcome that is good communication. But then just manage their expectations, saying I might not be able to get something done next week. Give them some info, isn't it? Just to keep them... Keep them at bay. Yeah, keep them at bay. Yeah. To pacify. Exactly. It's probably much nicer way of saying it. Back. So where do you think the industry is heading and what sort of excites you? I mean, you've been in it a little while now, so, we've had some changes. We've got AI in there, ESG, remote working and all this sort of tech. What sort of excites you? It's a tough question, actually. What excites me about the industry? I've got to be honest, I'm not sure there is much at the moment. I think there are still challenges that have been revealed from the industry from the pandemic and the work still playing catch up previous to that and the impact that it's had on the the top line in terms of the value that businesses can get from properties. Yeah, it's just put an awful lot of strain on certain roles. And I think FM's being one of them because we haven't got the capacity or the ability to use contractors as much as we'd like. Money's short, and also contractors are, they're in high demand. So if you want to get something done next week, and they tell you actually we haven't got any availability for 3-4 weeks, try and get that to someone who's kind of above you or around you can be quite hard. And then you've got cost and all different things coming in. The measures that you've got to do for that, especially actually getting RAMs in and assessed properly and making sure that they're detailed in the right ways. Whereas before, people generally just got work done without any kind of correct documentation. Getting planning permission, that sort of stuff. So it's got it's tough at the minute. I mean, I think what does, I guess what I hope for and what does excite me a little bit is that I think that the role of an FM is becoming re-established and re-understood as a function. Yes. And the importance of it. I think people are still, and this is me coming in it from, being in it for a few years and there's people been in it much longer. I think that some changes within the role has had to be made. And I think people are starting to figure out actually what is a facilities manager. Yes, that's what we do in the show. So people can understand, what it's all about. It's a fun role though as well. You've got, I know you have a lot of challenges, but I speak to a lot of FM and they call it workplace managers, where they're really involved with cross departments, because it's about getting people back in the office or in the workplace.
I know some of yours is residential, but, you do some commercial stuff too, don't you? So it's about, being recognised as an important key figure in the workplace now.
Yeah, and actually respected in terms of the commentary that you might make based on certain factors. A lot of the time, I think we were probably treated closer to a service provider ourselves or a contract manager. It doesn't matter what, just do it.
Yeah.
And actually, I'm here to say I don't think this is
the right way. Yeah.
For the building, or for you, or for the tenants, or for anyone. Really, we need to, and
try this way, or
exactly, or hold off here, or at least you're being heard a little bit more.
Yeah.
You're being respected. Certainly financially, I think there's certainly a way of what FMs are getting paid these days is actually crazy.
It's good.
Yeah, it's amazing.
And that's important. We don't really talk about the money so much, the salaries. But you're. I mean, obviously, I was recruitment, so I kind of know. But it was always kind of the lower end of the scale. It's not that now, is it? And I think it's because you are wearing so many hats. They've put a lot into your job role that may not have been there, may have sat somewhere else. I'm not FM, so I can't. But I am hearing a lot of your stories. I've done 80-something podcasts. So, and it is no longer the person in the basement fixing light bulbs and there's a tap leaking. You're really like a crucial part. So you're going to need to have great communication skills, be able to, like you say, deal with stakeholders, a lot of admin involved there. So you've got to be organised. You've got to be able to handle and wear many hats. You've got to take on so many challenges. So the salary is absolutely spot on for what you do.
Yeah,
that's what I think.
So. As someone that's receiving that payment, I certainly like to think so. But
yeah.
I think my opinion on it is because I think people will grade you based off of the lowest end of the work that you're being asked for, because they'll come to you if there's an issue with a toilet seat.
Absolutely,
that's what you're worth.
Yeah,
rather than the organisational element of it. And obviously, you deal with a lot of specialists as well.
Yeah.
There aren't any qualifications or
there isn't
for facilities management. Now, obviously, the IWFM have been doing something for a long time, and trying to bring a level of professionalism into the role.
It's great,
really helping out. But I think how people view it was more just, I know a lot of stories where this person was the previous receptionist. And then they were there for the longest, so they said, "Right, you're the FM. Oh, this security person."
I've had them on the show. Those types of they started out in reception, and now they're running. Well, we had Kate Bassey on the show. She was.
She used to be at Lee-Baron before.
Obviously, you know her. Yeah, her podcast. Yeah, her podcast was great, and she was. And then we had another one. So it's fantastic to see people come from that background. We've had lifeguards on the show, which then kind of fell into FM because they were sort of helping on duty with the building. Yeah, so it's funny how people have fallen into it.
Yeah. But then it takes, I think then, FMs have to step up now because we're being seen in a different light.
Yeah.
And I do think that there are elements where there's an old school nature in terms of getting certain bits of work done and not being attentive to the building and the work that's being carried out. You can't just instruct a service provider or contractor to do the work and then not acknowledge it in any other way. And then a problem turns up and then you're just pointing at a service provider or contractor saying, well, you said you was going to do this and it isn't done in the way that we'd like. We have to be more professional in our approach to the work.
Absolutely.
And actually a lot more hands-on and involved and getting around and being really ingratiating ourselves as part of the building, as well as your company. It's great that I'm a company person. I try and work my best for the business.
Yes.
But you've also got to work your best for the building and the people that own it as well. Sometimes those things don't marry up.
It's a great bit of advice.
Yeah.
We've not got to that bit yet. So, AI, is it a friend or foe in your world? Are you using it in your job or not really? Or
I have only just started trying to use it.
Okay. Do you find it's helping you or are you a little bit sceptical still?
No, I think it's useful. I think it's any tool really, it's just how you use it.
Yeah. And what
just
you put in.
What I just said before, as long as it doesn't disassociate from the actual substance of the work.
Yeah.
Part of the way I am, I have to do something to understand it.
Same.
And the more you don't do that, the less understanding you're going to get. And outsourcing can be a problem in our line of work because you're not understanding what is going on. And if you're doing that with your own personal work, that could be a problem. But in terms of trying to build efficiencies, I mean, I did it on the weekend to zone out a bunch of my buildings in terms of proximity. So I can give it to a contractor for fire doors so that, they can group these zones in for the buildings and spread the labour costs across it outside of the actual material. But,
get you.
And that would have taken me ages.
I know, exactly. You'd have to have measured each site to site to site. Wow.
And so it just came up in it. Yeah,
so good.
Absolutely. I remember my younger brother told me about it because I was telling him about it and I was like, it's going to take me forever. And he said, why don't you try using AI? And on Microsoft Teams, they've got Copilot.
They have. That's good as well. Yeah.
And certainly right now, I think, great tool. It really, saved me hours, really. I did it in about 45 minutes. It was shocking.
Yeah, brilliant. So it speeds up those more mundane jobs, or those, like you say, those harder to tackle jobs, some of them, especially around admin. And then, it's powerful, isn't it? And then concentrate on got more time to spend face to face with people, or,
emails, which is, but because a lot of it is data entry. I manage my work is spreadsheets, and obviously we've got software that we have to manage, like Antifire for compliance and making sure, because again, we need to let our stakeholders know what's going on, because it's a lot of time.
Yeah.
So if you've got X amount of, I've at this point, I've got hundreds of tenants.
Wow.
So if I've got to be able to respond to all of them or talk to everybody.
They all come to you?
No, currently not so far. Which is
property manager and then to you?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
But before it would have been all to you.
Exactly.
This is why you said you're quite spoiled having the property managers.
I can't believe it.
It'll be a tighter run ship though that way. You won't miss anything, will you?
I'll hold my tongue on that.
Yeah, you're quite early on in there. Yeah, no, they won't let you down. So ESG is a buzzword at the moment. What does it really mean to you in your work? Is that something you kind of get involved with?
In the sense that if certain works need to be carried out to get a good score, then it's just identifying that. I think in general, because of the time that I started, just efficiency was just something that was the start of my career, especially being at Greenpeace and understanding, BMS systems and how they're managed.
Yes.
So that's really the kind of sum of it all. I know that obviously businesses have targets that they want to reach. I struggle because, living between the real world and the image that you want to put out there, maybe isn't always the same. I get confused by it, I have to say, because I don't understand how a particular demise can be one score and then the building as a whole could be a different score, which I've experienced in the past. But ultimately, just on a day-to-day basis, I try to be as efficient as possible, certainly with our energy use, and making sure that, when we do meter reads, they're right. And, that's just basically it. But outside of that, I've got to be honest, it's not great to think about consciously, except for what would be the basics of it.
Yeah. And we've kind of touched on this, but do you think the industry is innovating fast enough, or are we still playing catch up? You said catch up with a lot of say after post-COVID. Yeah. I think a few people have said that.
No, it's massively catch up. And that's not to be to denigrate kind of people with the industry. I think the world's moving so fast, especially with technologies, and even with legislation in and around what we do, to try to stay on top of everything is really, really challenging. I have to say, though, we are massively in catch-up. And I think there's just a different way of working that needs to be introduced into facilities management, that either people are refusing to adopt or just can't because of whatever reasons. They're used to a different way of working. I've worked with people that have been in it for 20, 30 years. Yeah.
Yes, of course. So it's about changing mindsets and evolving with the times.
Yeah. Understanding different ways of working that suits the kind of the pace of today, I think, is the thing that's really crushing.
Yes, so fast.
Yeah, and I do think there's a ways to go. I like to think that I'm kind of working in a way that meets today's demands.
Yeah.
But I would say that, wouldn't I?
Yeah. Yes. See, yes. I love that. So looking back, what moment or project are you still proud of today?
Oh, what moment or project? I guess for me, it would go back to Greenpeace in terms of the moment, being a year and 2-3 months into it, and then the pandemic hitting.
Yeah.
Just, I didn't really have much clue of what I was doing, but I knew, we had to make a lot of measures then around the office for people that were going to return at some point, and figuring out different strategies in and around that. And I think during the pandemic is really what made me in terms of my career. Yeah. And stepping up and working in a way, no questions asked.
No one really knew though what.
And they had no one to rely on.
No.
And then, I just did what was asked. I didn't, I had some reservations as to why I was leaving my house at times, because no one else was.
It was weird,
I don't know how many, people thought I was crazy.
I had to look after my nan and granddad, so they were like in their 90s, late 90s, and I had to get them food, and so yeah, it was really weird because it was so quiet, wasn't it?
Oh my goodness! Yeah,
it was bizarre.
Eerie.
It was eerie. That's a good word.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The only good thing about going to the office is that they had the toilet roll still.
That was funny. That was insane. No loo roll, no pasta.
Yeah, no.
Was it pasta? No eggs, no flour.
Yeah, shocking. And so that was probably it, because I think I had no clue where I'd be if that didn't happen. Actually, a lot of people have different experiences with the pandemic, personally and professionally. We weren't furloughed, and everyone I knew was getting furloughed.
Yeah, I wasn't.
And I have no clue where I'd be in my career if the pandemic hit, especially that first one. The first wave was actually, it was a good period for me personally. I don't know anyone that suffered, and then I was given the opportunity to step up at work, which has set me up for the rest of my life, and I haven't looked back.
Love that. And you're just starting here, so we're going to see what you do here at the estate office. So yeah, be interesting. It's funny how things play out, isn't it? And where you end up and how, So what's something you wish you knew when you were starting out? Gosh, because you said you tried lots of different roles and you came from a background that was probably quite challenging and difficult to others.
I feel like I'm going to come across really somewhat negative about the work in general. But I can only be honest, I guess. I think one thing that I wish I knew was that people don't necessarily care about the buildings as much as you do.
Yeah, no, that's fine. Yeah, I mean, it's true though, isn't it?
Yeah.
And everybody treats things differently,
Yeah, and I think I was a bit naive at first in regards to that. And actually, people's interests are their interests. And fair enough, they may not necessarily care about the building in and of itself. But if you are able to respond to their requests and actually first showcase yourself as someone that should be listened to and respected in your job role, then, they will listen to you if you are talking about an issue with your building.
Yeah.
But certainly, I think that not that they care in the same way that you do, and the interest isn't in the building or the people that's in it necessarily.
Yeah.
And maybe don't look at every building as your baby.
Yeah, I love that. It's quite a good way of looking at things. And if someone came to you tomorrow saying, I want to do what you do, I want to be an FM, what would you say to them?
I would say explore your options.
It's quite a big area. FM's got so many different caveats to it, hasn't it?
Yeah, it does. And but it's also a really tough job. I think you said,
I think so.
There's a lot of catch up. I think there's a lot of things that are still not understood in terms of our function and our usefulness. I don't think we do ourselves a lot of favours sometimes. But, it's a tough job. I won't lie. Yeah. It's
challenging, isn't it?
It's really, really challenging.
From what I hear. And if you've got more challenges than, than the average day, or, I've just sat in the office today and...
Easy.
I've been here, there and everywhere already, and it's only like 11,
And the thing is, sometimes people say, can you believe this email someone sent me?
Yeah.
Well, I was just in someone's office and they gave me the business there in person. So, when people are giving you kind of a bit of issue with certain things, if you can't deal with people, I think you have a tough time. Yeah,
I've heard that quite a lot. Yeah, you've got to be able to communicate.
Yeah. And actually not necessarily take it to heart as well.
So thick-skinned? Yeah.
Thick-skinned, or just allowing it to kind of understand that this is part of the job. Yeah. It's like if you was in a shop. Yes. And a customer was to get angry at you for some reason.
It's people though, again, isn't it?
And that's their problem. That's how they deal with their mood.
Yeah. You don't know what people are going through either, I say.
Exactly, And if you are someone that is... if you take value in your own ability to perform, if you take pride in your work, and if you don't need a lot of external validation in regards to that, you could do well in being a facilities manager, because you've got to take on a lot. And also, if you haven't got much in terms of qualification, you can absolutely do excellently being a facilities manager if you are someone that can figure things out for yourself and actually stand on your own 2 feet. Because sometimes you're left there to make decisions that a lot of people won't. And I think you have the ability to stand by decisions and figure it out and actually justify them, then you'll do it right. At least that's what I did. If you are looking for career development in terms of you're just going to do what you can to do better, I would say maybe do something different. Maybe a different role within asset property management, but facilities management, it takes
hands-on.
Yeah, and it takes an investment into the buildings, like I said, and actually what you're doing on a day-to-day basis.
Got to have a lot of empathy and care, I think.
I try to carry that. I mean, certainly with like service providers,
stakeholders as well,
in ways that I don't like, and these are people too.
Yes,
and maybe some of them have shortcomings. Maybe some of them kind of exceed their expectations that you have of them.
Yeah,
but these are people that are trying to just earn a living as well
and do their best. Yeah.
And you just got to try and manage them in that sense. Yeah, I don't know if that answered your question.
Yeah, it did, very much so. Yeah, I think it's a great role. I actually think, God, I could have done this.
Yeah.
I think I could have done. Just some of the qualities that I have as a character.
Yeah.
I don't know how good I'd have been, but I think I'd, because I quite like a challenge, and I'm actually okay working with people, so I feel like I'd have
How's your admin skills?
Good. Yeah. I'm quite organised, yes. I have a system, quite methodical. So if anyone wants to hire a workplace manager or an FM, I'll give it a go.
Yeah, I think sometimes I think that certain businesses or people want people that have a much better technical understanding of things, like,
I fall short there.
And probably to a degree as well. But again,
it's learning.
You've got this learning. Yeah. Also, you've got experts around you. And I've seen FMs that arm themselves with too much knowledge about some things and telling
them what to do.
And it just doesn't make much sense. Whereas if you have a level of openness around, I think if you can figure out how things work in general, if someone explains something to you, then you can just figure out how a HVAC system works.
From the building inside out. I mean, there's so much going on that we have no idea about when we sit in an office. I just look around and go...
Yeah. As soon as I go into any space, I look up all the time, because that is where the...
How's it looking?
Like. It looks good.
Well done, them.
Things are looking...
I think they've got an on-site. They're always around.
Yeah.
I always see them in that,
Have to.
Yeah.
Again, you never know. I mean, the temperature seems pretty cool here.
Yeah, each room has its own little, we've got our own little temperature. Yeah.
Which don't mean much sometimes, I have to say.
I love how you're looking around. Yeah. So, like, even socially, when you're going out, you're looking around.
Oh, 100%. Now I'm looking everywhere. And I'm like, that's a fire-stopping issue. Right?
You're doing all the risk analysis. I love it. That is so funny. Oh, brilliant. Let's switch off work then. So what do you like to do outside your day job? Tell me more about the comedy. Sorry, I just think that's brilliant, especially as I went to one last night.
No, that's all right. Yeah. I mean, I used to do a lot more with my life, but in the last few years, stand-up comedy's been the main...
Where do you do it? Do you go into like...
Anywhere that will take...
You like Camden and up there and in the Comedy Store and all those like...
Not Comedy Store, I'm not in the big clubs in London. I do a lot of... I'm still quite early in it, about 4 years, so I'm only still developing up to the point of getting... Half of my gigs are probably paid gigs now. But anywhere that will have me, I generally go about 2.5 hour radius of London, because if you do that on a work line, 2 hours there, and then you probably got to be there for an hour or two.
That's 5 hours.
Yeah, and then back and then work the next day. So
yeah, that's a lot.
Late. And then I do that, 2, 3, 4 times a week. So, and then I do a lot of open mics in London, starting to get some other spots.
So this is a doddle to you.
I feel like I've been talking too much.
No, that's the whole point. Yeah. We need you to talk. It would sound weird if it was silent.
Yeah, this is, I'm not too daunted, but it's probably talking too freely. That's the problem with it. With stand-up comedy.
You can say what you want.
The demise lines of the stage. And
So, well, you'll play it back before it goes live, so you can...
I'm generally quite honest anyway, even if it wasn't. So, there's no point talking about this if we're not going to be honest about it.
I don't think you've offended anyone.
Stand-up comedy's the main thing.
Anything else?
No, not anymore. That pretty much dominated my life.
Oh, wow.
I've got my main sort of things is obviously I've got my partner as well.
Yeah.
And then my mum. That's basically it. I do a bit of volunteering here and there.
Well done, you said about that. Yeah. Is there any particular charities that you kind of do stuff with, or just helping in the community? Or
I used to, so the longest one I did before used to be a project called Cocktails in Care Homes. I was a party manager for 8 years. We used to go into care homes and hold parties for older residents. Yeah.
I bet they love that.
Oh, yeah. It was great laugh, yeah.
My mum's just moved into a place. This is totally good. She's just moved into a place which is like almost like a little village and they do lots of nights and
Yeah,
and they go through and have a drink on a Friday night. Oh, it's so cute. I just love it. I hope I end up somewhere like that.
That's what I'm saying.
It's like social, isn't it?
I think
you don't have to be shut up and away and closed off to the world, which just because you can't get about as much as you used to. And so that's lovely that you do that.
Yeah, well, that finished a long time ago, and then the last few years, not as frequently, maybe once or twice a year, for a charity called Heart and Soul, and they're in Deptford.
Okay,
and
I know Deptford.
They are a arts charity for people with learning difficulties, so like people with autism and kind of other disabilities as well. And they it's actually quite incredible, to be honest. They do all sorts of different things. I mean, they actually one of the things is called All Sorts, but they have like a few bands and they play music. They've got DJs. They do basically set up for these club nights that they do a few times a year, and then you go to the club nights and everyone's dancing and having fun. And,
love that.
And it's incredible actually. So it's so fun.
Does your partner get involved?
No.
Oh, you were just doing this by yourself? Oh, wow.
Yeah.
It says a lot about you. No, it does. Yeah, no, it does. It says a lot about you. Because not everybody, if everybody volunteered, I think, how much would the world be a better place for everyone?
For sure. I mean, if you could just do a little bit, spend a couple of hours a month.
Just a little bit. Litter picking on the street. I don't know, anything.
Yeah. I mean, I know a few people that give to charities.
Yeah. And even then, that helps.
Yeah, but I would say, giving
get involved.
And just doing that has way more impact, particularly because I've worked for a charity.
Yes.
And understanding the filtration system of the finances.
Yes.
In a way that, you can only impact things as well as you can by being there and actually spending a bit of time.
Yeah.
And you'd be surprised. I mean, I guess people would imagine it, but at least for me, the impact that it's had on me from a personal standpoint, huge.
You're very humble, right? And grateful for what you have, I think.
Just appreciating life.
Appreciating life, because not everybody has it easy at all.
No. And these are people that...
And we don't look at that, do we? We don't look at our situation sometimes and think, I should be grateful, because there's so many people out there that are not, are not able to control the situation that they're in, and, not in a good situation. And, we're a lot of us are very lucky. I don't think we see that sometimes. So yes, volunteering.
But also seeing these people actually do as much as they can with what they've got. Yeah. Which I think is, for me, my biggest take. Regardless of your circumstances in life. And I consider myself to be incredibly lucky that I was born with this body, this mind. Yes. That was born in London, which is massive. Even though where I grew up, it was really, really rough. Do the most with what you've got, and you'd be surprised at what you can get. And, there's a lot of people that I've spent time with in the last few years doing what I've done. They're just a testament to that. They've released music and albums and, contracts and stuff like
Love
that.
this.
And these are people that probably wouldn't be able to get on in life in general, in a general society with the majority of people because of their circumstances. But in that environment, giving them support and actually having their own endeavour. Yeah.
Thriving.
Yeah.
Love that. Thank you so much. I haven't finished. Hang on, there's more. So last one, what's the best bit of advice you've ever been given or can give? I've changed it.
The best bit of advice. I don't know if it's necessarily advice. Well, you let me know what it is. I remember, so when I was at uni for a little bit, I used to do France. Yeah. And my tutor basically said that, I mean, I never wanted to be an actor or anything like that, but he basically said that once you work, you will always work because people like being around you. And being good and nice to people and having people like you be around you is incredibly powerful.
Yes, it is.
And I probably didn't take that as seriously at the time. But yeah.
Be kind, I think. Yeah. Yes. Have some empathy, because like I said earlier, you don't know what people are going through, do you? Well, life's tough sometimes, and sometimes it just keeps coming at you. Life. Some of us don't get a break, and it's just hitting you in the face, and you're like, wow, anymore.
Yeah, exactly that. I mean, I'm hesitant to give my own personal advice on things because I think my philosophy on life, I don't know, it's it's not necessarily for myself, but it's certainly I'm keenly aware that this is a podcast around facilities management, but the way that I view life is outside of work in a lot of ways. So it depends on the perspective that you want.
Yeah.
You know, I think from a work perspective, the best thing you can do is try your best to control the things you can control and live with the rest. And just actually try not to make the same mistake more than once.
Yes.
That's the main thing.
Yes.
From that.
Yes, lessons.
Yeah,
yes.
Which is probably a life lesson, I guess, at the end of the day. But like you said earlier on, from life, I think it's just appreciate where you are and your standing, because most people that listen to this is probably in a better place than a lot of other people.
Yeah.
And actually use that to empower you to actually go and get more. Yeah. And do more. Yeah. It's only going to be so bad. Yeah. At least for me anyway, I hope.
Love that. Well, I wish you all the best in your career with the estate office. It's like you've only been there a few weeks, really, handful of weeks. So, you know, it'd be great to see how you get on. And I can see great things coming for you. And keep giving, because apparently if you give, you get back. So
exactly that.
Thank you so much, Chris. I've really enjoyed your being very raw and very honest, and that's what we like to have.
I appreciate you having me. It's been a really nice conversation. Lovely to meet you.
And you.
Yeah, hopefully I haven't said anything that gets me out of my job.
No, you've not said anything bad. All good stuff.
Yeah, I appreciate that. Yeah.
Lovely. Oh, and that's the end of today's episode of Wear Many Hats with Christopher Ali. So do get in touch with Chris on LinkedIn if you've got any questions. Is that all right?
Yeah, there's no sales pitches, but...
Oh, yes. Says that on your LinkedIn. So funny. No sales pitches, people. But yeah, any advice or tips to get into the industry? Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah, love that. And please do share, forward on this podcast to anyone that wants to get into the FM industry. And that's it, I'm afraid. Until next time, take care.